How are you today? Just feeling into your body and you're feeling into your body and your mind. Um, Welcoming yourself here. And the best way to welcome yourself here is by just bringing attention to your body, really. Your body, the body. Oh, is it separate? The body? That's what the English language does. The body, your body, my body. It creates separation just through the words. So just here, here. Here with the feet on the ground or wherever they are. Here with your hands, and the palms of your hands always have some aliveness, when you put your attention on the palms of your hands. Here in your face, the face, face. Eyes, eyeballs. Sometimes the eyeballs are tired from looking, even if it's morning, they can be tired from previous looking. Taking in, we take in through the eyes. And just acknowledging and understanding that the eyes can be tired. And face can be tired too from any kind of mask that might be there during the day at any given time. Muscles in the face can get frozen or not be in an authentic kind of mode. So face muscles, fascia get tired, fatigued. Mouth, the way that we hold our jaw and our mouth. And teeth, even the teeth can feel the tension, the surrounding teeth. And the head, the muscles in the cranium, holding back in survival fear. Just bring understanding to it and noticing. We're not going into whys and hows and judging or anything. It's kind of like the rain of noticing is touching on thirsty soil. It's just happy to be paid attention to. And then we have the base of the cranium that touches the first vertebrae, in the back of the head. And notice any tension that might be there. That's the place where a lot of separation can be played out because it's the it's the gateway from head to heart, and it can get blocked and stopped right there. I'm not going to let, it's unconscious. Let the energies flow from feeling deeply or into feeling deeply. Both ways that the superhighway goes, it can be blocked at the base of the neck right here. And then we go into the front of the throat, and that's where our vocal cords are vibrating, and they can feel the way they feel. Either some tension or relaxed or somewhere in between. This is where maybe something can be held back in terms of vocalizing, communication. To oneself and to others. Acknowledgement. We all have something happening in these areas. It's natural. And then it goes down and touches the top of the shoulders, that meets the neck. And that's where we generally know that we have tension, but it's definitely not the only place. Kind of squinching up our shoulders, maybe towards the ears, as a way of protection. Maybe even leaning forward too much during the day as a way to protect the heart. That can become ingrained and entrenched as we age. I have to remind myself to straighten up, pull the chin in, make it conscious. Being more vertical, not so afraid to be here. And then we have the heart area, front and back, in the chest and in the back. I'm just placing attention there and honoring and noticing. Not needing anything to be different, just aware in a sensing kind of way. And it starts to get stirred and dance a bit, heart, when we put attention on it. It can, and it'll feel what it feels, it's what's there. Just honoring what's here. And then we're just not rushing, but these are places that can continue being integrated and honored and returned to when as needed. But we're going to go to, excuse me, the solar plexus. Placing attention there. How does it feel? Amazing what's there when we finally put some attention on it. It's just always there, but then it suddenly is evident. And maybe some love wants to go there. Some wounding can show up right in this region here, solar plexus, and gut punch wounding of life, the impact of life in the body. Feeling powerless, perhaps, about the state of the world, or even some aspects of one's own life. It's just wanting love and acknowledgement. It doesn't want to have you try to change it. Just acknowledgement and recognition. I see you, I feel you, it's here. This is here. And you might feel it in the back too, and that not just in the front, but in the back of that area. Things coming at you from behind that you can't protect yourself from because you're turned away. You can't see it as it comes. So there's some fear there. I can't protect myself. What I don't see. And we're not trying to fix it. It just is. There are always things that will blindside us. This is the way of life. Animals are in the same boat. They have the same blind side. It's just the way it is. Kind of a hole from the back to the front of the solar plexus. And let the air just go through. Let some transparency take place where just a flow can happen. Out to the ethers. We don't need to hold on to what can't see. We are vulnerable. We do have vulnerabilities, but we don't need to hold on. Every moment is new. Let the respiration of the body and of the trees and Mother Earth and all life support the renewal. Because breath goes down to the solar plexus and out. But just let there be sort of a passageway, a tunnel between the two, the front and back and out. Each way, there's an opening of release. Let life support you. And now we're going to go down deeper into the belly. And notice what's there. Belly. How's it feel? Energetically and physically. Maybe there's just a simple digestion, or deep and deeper yet, some tension, maybe. Some spaces that are relaxed, maybe. It's not all one same. Little corners here and there have different qualities. And again, we're not trying to manipulate the experience, just being kindly, gently, compassionately aware, sensing. And the breath likes to go all the way down to the belly and release. And the belly contains probably what is most unknown to ourselves, the most mysterious. It's mixed in with survival, relationship to existence and being here. Our connection to body, what body means, and the larger body of Mother Earth, what your place here means to you and your relationship to being here, your connection. That's why it's so mysterious. And that's where the unconscious really lives. And mystery shows up in the form of metaphor and archetypes and symbols because it's so mysterious. Dreams. It's trying to speak to us in multitude of ways. But it's not linear. So its language is more mythic. Circular. And yes, fear can live there too. But it's not only that. It's not only a grip. It's also exploring the nature of being alive. Sometimes we can get lost in imagining there's only a grip there. But you wouldn't be here and you wouldn't be flowing in your life in the ways you do if that's all that was just only gripped with fear, resistance, or you wouldn't be creative. We can't put it all in one big lump, any aspect of ourselves. It has multitude of energetic aspects. And we can deny them and forget them. And that's how the focus is often with consciousness. It goes to that which is uncomfortable, and then it ignores all the inroads and all the openness that does exist. So right now we're just celebrating the parts that are relaxed and open and creative, curious. Interested in life. Caring about others and oneself. It also comes from the belly. A deep caring. It's not just a heart experience, it's also the belly. Rootedness, a rooted caring. I'm here in the world with you. We share the same time that we are on this planet. It's a rooted experience. I care enough about my body to take care of it, eat well, and as best I can. That's a gut thing, a relationship to being here with others too. And the heart goes down and embraces this belly. It says, I'm here for you, helping you become whole here. I know it can be scary. And it helps with the heart wants to help bring things out of denial and make peace with what's difficult to see. Helping to integrate, not to make it all go away in magic eraser, but to include and integrate with that inclusion. That life is made of polarity, and we're here learning that. The gut is really trying to reconcile polarity at a deep level, grounded on the ground level. Because it's where existential fear lives. So it's trying to reconcile the beauty of life alongside this existential fear. No small feat. It's even more challenging than the heart. The heart at least feels yummy as it loves itself into embracing duality. Well, the gut doesn't have that. Doesn't have that rose stained glass to be able to look at things through. It's more stark and more pure, unadored, unveiled seeing and feeling. It's where God is sober. And learns how not to hide from itself. And we think that we're not doing something right when we're feeling the impact of that soberness, but actually, that's what's the right thing. We're being led down into this root, opening a door where we're not meant to have an exit. Reality as it is. Suffering as it is. Nothing to save one from an experience. No fantasy, no angels. Because this is where God stops with itself, trying to wiggle out of being here. And a beauty makes an appearance through it. It's not, it comes in to save the day, but beauty makes an appearance within it because there's a soberness. And breath goes down and touches. And heart does lend a hand because, after all, they're not, it's still one whole. But it doesn't want to save the day, heart. It will be here as a companion. What saves the day in the gut? What is the medicine? And stop and rest. Just rest. No doing needed. It's very, very deep. The depths are go on and on and on, down to the bottom of a very, very deep sea. But there is eventually a bottom where everything settles. And it's at peace there, just with things as they are. When it's not stirred up and resisted, even with what it contains and might be uncomfortable, there's still an at peaceness when there's relaxing, a surrender. The gut is the place where surrender is most needed. And that's where the most powerful aspect of our feeling like a doer lives. Because it's resisting this surrender. This is calling forth a letting go. The truest meaning of letting go, not holding on. No lifeboats. No identity. No story. Even letting go of resistance and noticing if there's any resistance. It's okay. It's just another way to stop letting go, is the imagination of resistance. This game we play with ourselves, like we are in charge. We're in control of letting go or not. And that keeps up the illusion of separate self. But we're checkmating this game. There's no resistance. It's just pretense. Just relaxing and sinking down into the depths of this ocean that has a nice, soft, cushiony bottom where everything lands, including the unexamined. That's why this region speaks in metaphor and dreams and through creativity, poetry, prose, art, dance. Imagination. And speak deeper than words. And it contains all this unexamined material that wishes to be known in some way. So it'll give these rise up from the unconscious. But we can be in relationship to it without resistance and with more curiosity. Even curiosity about any clenching that might be there. What is that about? Without needing a linear answer. I wonder what this is about. What is this resistance, this clench? But it exists within so many areas surrounding it that are at rest. It's not the only thing going on, because it's a vast region, vast like the sea. Just because something is unknown doesn't mean that it's dangerous or scary. It's going to bite you. In the world of symbols, metaphor, dreams, bubbling up to the surface. Sensation, helping make it conscious just through examination. Not getting lost there. So just notice the sensations in the belly and how they wish to speak to you in their way. And just the noticing and the feeling helps it give voice. It doesn't need much more than that, really, unless it shows up at a later time. It's rich with possibility and contains all that we deny. Where do things go that we deny? That goes everywhere, but that's really the trash can where we stuff denial. And to the sea, what a metaphor. Just like the sea, what we do to the sea. Dump things in there, our denial. And then we wonder why we have some gut problems. The landscape of the belly can be purified and cleansed. Nothing is ever too late. It's just calling. So pay attention here to this region and bring me forth in some way through voice, through some manner, through your hands, creating something. Bring me forth in some way, my voice, this voice, in a conscious way, not just so that it bubbles up as it can in between everything. Don't push me to the background. Bring me forth. And that helps move it and cleanse it. Like everything, it needs aeration. Water needs aeration. There will always be things that remain mysterious and unknown, and that's the unknown aspect of God itself. Where dreams come from. It likes to have some part of itself be in the undefined. And the undefined has its aspect in the gut as well. Just like mind has undefined. The gut has its undefined. But it doesn't need to be heavy, pushed away. It's the womb of creation. It's that which creativity in all universes are born from, the womb of creation is the belly of God. It births pure potentiality, stars, planets, cosmos, you and me. So help free it up in your own belly, in your own being, this womb of creation, which belongs to everyone equally. And it wants to be known to itself. So you're having a taste and getting a taste of your own belly and relationship to what exists there in that chakra, in that region, in that intelligence center. Now you know why they call it an intelligence center. I'm not saying you didn't know, but you maybe know, but a little more deeply. This is lives in you as you. It has its own version of I am. So don't cover it up with denial so that the I am can actually breathe. Don't cover it over with fear, imagining that it will be covered over, but it really can't. There's nothing you can do to really cover it over, but it can be veiled energetically. I am, says the belly. I am the womb of creation, the room of creation, the space of creation. And from here, everything comes into existence. And it has to be without imagination. And that's why the gut is such a sober place. Because it can't, creation cannot happen from anything false. The isness gets birthed. Truth. And so that's why the gut is often the last holdout for people on the spiritual journey in terms of awakening and realization. Is because we cannot in any way cover over reality. So when we're ready to stop playing games and hiding from ourselves, when we can, we go to the gut area, to the belly, to this room, and sit with, just be with it, be with whatever's there. And not even understand it per se. It's all going to be meeting the unknown in its own language. Can't make any deals. Any squiggling out maneuvers. No escape. One way in, It's not like the solar plexus that has a way in and a way out and it can flow. And the heart as well. There's a flow. And the mind is just like this big sky, space, universe, cosmos, openness. With the gut, with the belly, it's like one way in and sit your ass down. Over and over and over. And find the beauty of this region that is glorious in its own way. When it's been liberated, it just hums the sound of the universe, the sound current of the universe from the belly, from that oming, I am the creator. And I know myself. And this knowing includes all the unknown. Comfortably. So for a while, the heart can just be, it wants to help, because it sees the fear. But it's not going to be saving the day in the end because it's got its own area of expertise. This area has its area of expertise. And it doesn't do well with denial. Denial's been dumped there, but that's really not its home. Denial doesn't is not meant to be dumped anywhere. There's no part of our being that wants to process denial and turn it into humus. Denial is meant to be sobered up to and faced. We have to stop being children and expect life and God to take care of everything. Just like dumping plastic and stuff on Mother Earth and chemicals, like it's for her to take care of. There's a place where life says, that's not going to heal you. That's not ultimately liberating to disappear this for you. Because God in its own capacities can't pretend. So that's where the belly is. What lives here in the belly is, that's the buck stops here. That's the belly. The buck stops here. And collective energies too. The collective pain body, the collective wounds, the collective muse of the archetypes of creativity. It's not just a personal holding, it's also collective. the belly of God. And that's why we can have these amazing dreams that don't even maybe sometimes feel like they belong to us. Or as things flow through you creatively and it doesn't even feel like it's coming from what you know. It's the collective humming of the world and of the humanity and all the cosmos humming, wanting expression through you. So why don't we just continue on and we'll go at a faster pace in terms of coming down into the pelvis, which contains a lot of information, if you hadn't noticed. But it's also an expression of what we're holding in the belly. But it's also a meeting ground. The pelvis is a meeting ground of our feet touching Mother Earth and the ground coming up into the body. The pelvis gets the impact physically of just being upright and walking and running, years of that, but it also gets the impact of it energetically of maybe some disassociation, disconnection to our feet touching Mother Earth. And allowing the energies to flow into up and through the body, nourish us. Like the pelvis will hold that some resistance at times, just through ignorance, not realizing that we're meant to be nourished and supported. It thinks that it needs to support itself. And then we go to the knees, and that's another place that we can have issues, of course, just through normal aging and wear and tear, but also through the false idea of support. The idea that we're not meant to be supported and we don't know how and don't even are clued in to allow the burden of being held up and walking. Being here is not just up to oneself and the body. So giving some love to the pelvis and to the knees, some love, and maybe letting it know it doesn't need to do this all alone. There's been some misunderstanding. And no fast and ready answers as to what to do next, but it's just that recognition. Maybe there's been some misunderstanding. And then we go to the feet and the ankles and the toes and the feet that can bear some of the burden too of standing, being on Mother Earth, and that are just yearning for some release, Put your feet on Mother Earth outside. It's for the ones that it's summertime. You can go do that. Put your feet on the earth, bare feet. Get some grounding in. And let the pulse and the rhythm that Mother Earth is and has, she has a hertz resonant sound and pulse to her own heartbeat, and let you sync up. It's like when you let a spider out from inside, it's lived all its life and it finally gets to be outside, and it's like, what have I been missing? There's a whole world out here. a supportive world. We're meant to feel the support and of the aliveness of Mother Earth. We're not separate. So just to maybe make a deeper connection as you can with your environment, not the human created environment, but this Mother Earth environment, life. Make a deeper connection. Lean into her. Let her be the big lap you lean into, holding your body that might be sore from imagining that it needs to do this all on its own, all the time. There's maybe a period, a moment where there might be this, like, how could I have not realized that life supports itself? So take some time to nourish yourself out in nature. Give that gift to yourself, okay? And now we're just going to draw a big circle all around our whole body. From top of the head, down the face, down the chest, down the belly and the arms, neck, down the hips, pelvis, and legs, around the feet, and then around the back, going back up the back side of the legs, and the buttocks, and the spine, that poor spine that also can get so squunched, and up through the shoulders, arms again, and the neck, and the back of the head, reaching the top again, one big circle. I'm here. Life is here. Thank you for this life, even though it can hurt. I'm here. And I want to be more here, can be the prayer. I want to know how to be more here and occupy more of myself here with your help, with your grace, with your support, Creator, because we are part of creation. We are one with creation. Becoming conscious here. Creation becoming conscious. So then when you can just welcome your neck to move and your spine, your hands, whatever wants to show up and breathe life back into being here in this realm together. The sound realm, the eye realm, the feeling realm, without leaving. Stay home. Home here. And just check in and see, scan your body from this more here consciously in this present moment. Just scan and see how does your body feel? How do you feel? A little more like ding-a-ling-a-ling, a little bell ringing. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, little bells, bell in the gut. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, heart. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, the heart, head. Ding-a-ling, the feet. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, hello. Wake up. Hmm. How you doing? Do this if you're doing okay. Mostly. That's good. Oh, yeah. That's nice. I wanted to go into the belly, and the gut with you all. And I thought about it this morning and I was like, maybe that's what it's going to be about. But to get there, we have to kind of do a journey. Just don't go rush, gut punch. How does it feel? But you can explore on your own. I hope that it gives a little taste of more what the gut's intelligence is about. You can come in, but you can't get out. It spits you out in a good way, like, pooey, that's done. It's not like scary in that way. It's just, it's the last stop. So you can bring this into more and more into your life. Many of you are already doing it in different ways of not moving, staying with something. It's so different from the spirituality that's been promoted, which is got its place in time, but I think we're evolving into including more of the body, not just a head awakening, mind awakening, transcendent awakening, right? It's it's obviously not served the world too much because you can see where we're at. The spirituality that has been an escapism. Awakening in transcendent and the vast space is not escapism on its own. It's just if one doesn't evolve from there. Because all of this is the divine, all of it, through and through. And we are here to know that because that's us. That's what we are. We are through and through. Coming out of denial, I really wish we would have an era of that. Instead of an era of Trump, we have an era of coming out of denial, or an era of wherever you live, of whatever denial is showing up as, not just that one representative. It's all over the place, obviously. But instead of being an era of denial, how about an era of coming out of denial? So begins here. That's all we can do right now. I mean, we got our own other things we can do, but this is the main source of work. And then it transmits, obviously, it'll transmit less and less denial. But it takes the ability to land in what's true. And the belly is calling to land in what's true without wiggling out. Does this make sense? Have I gone crazy here and shared this for an hour? No? Yes, I have gone crazy. Well, then you want to go crazy with me?